Welcome, it's Mr. back again with a new show after yesterday's fantastic win against Bristol City. I thought we'll get a panel in today, but yes, if you're new to the channel, please do hit the like button, subscribe if you're new, and comment below. How is everyone feeling after yesterday's fantastic win against Bristol City? I've got a new usual panel. I've got a brand new panel as well, but we'll start with Stephen. How you doing, Stephen?
Buzzing.
He's buzzing. I've got the as well. How you doing, Lee?
I'm all good.
Still in shock. Happy, but still in shock. Couldn't believe it.
And we've got a new guest as well. And his name is Johnny. How you doing, Johnny?
I'm doing good. I think just in a bit of shock and disbelief like everyone else. This doesn't normally happen to Forest, right? This happens against us, not for us.
Exactly.
What's happening, right?
Exactly. But it's like I said, people like it's just so good to be Forest fan now, because I was saying before we started, everyone, I think every Forest fan as today keep watching the video, and if no one saw my video, everyone is giving me stick about my squeaky voice. I know I've got the squeaky voice, people. So just don't pick on me, please. Just pick
that scream kills me. Can't help it. It just kills me.
Well, yeah, like I said, people, we were talking about yesterday's game, and like I said, if you've got any questions, ask for Stephen, Lee, or Johnny. Put the comments below, and we'll again. So, Johnny, we'll start with you, Johnny, the new guest. We'll put you under pressure this time. So, Johnny, how you feel about yesterday's game?
I mean, as I said at the start, just that utter disbelief, right? Because I mean, I think before when we were watching under Houghton, 1-0 down. I think as soon as we went 1-0 down under Houghton, in my head I was like, "That's it. I just can't see us scoring, and I can't see a way back into games." But it's just different gravy, isn't it? At the moment, I mean, I don't know what he's doing or what he's done with the same group of players, but the fact that he can, I'm going into games and when we are going 1-0 down, yeah. I'm thinking there's still a chance that we can still get back into this. There's still. That it's not all over. I mean, I didn't expect to, even going to the 90th minute, I didn't expect to end up winning it, but I thought, we hang in here, we're going to get another chance, and the players we could snatch a draw here. I mean, what came after that is crazy. But as a couple of people have said, I know Steve Cooper said it yesterday, but the mentality of the team has just shifted. Like the fact that when Lyle Taylor scored the penalty, his reaction wasn't just to jump into the crowd. It was, let's get this ball. We've got another couple of minutes left, lads. We can get a win here, and that's what won it. And I mean, 40 seconds later, we ended up getting another one. But had he not done that, had he not been switched on and thought, his first reaction is, let's win this. 1 point's not good enough. And that wasn't the same under Houghton. And that's the mentality of a fan. It's just got to change, hasn't it? Like, the couple of the grounds that we've been to, it's like we don't win at Huddersfield, we don't win at these places. But
at Barnsley as well,
we may win here.
So carry on again.
Yeah, I'm just saying that the mentality of being a fan's changed now. I'm going into these places thinking, hang on a minute, we don't normally win here, but we can win here. There's no reason why we can't. You go to places like Huddersfield and wherever else we've been, and you get a result.
Lee, like yesterday, like I could go to the game, like as Johnny just said, like sometimes we'll go to the ground thinking, "Oh, we're going to lose," but going to the ground, like Bristol, they've not won it since January, and 1-0 down, 90 minute. Like, was you a little bit like? Did you have a little feeling like we could still even get a draw at least, Lee?
Yeah, like I said to the lads on the group chat, even when we went 1-0 down, I said, don't worry. I think we could still come back and win it. Obviously, I wasn't expecting it sort of 91st and 92nd minute or whenever it was, but I'm kind of the mindset that at some point we will lose. So it's kind of like, how we played yesterday, had we have lost, I'd have been disappointed that we didn't win or get something from the game. But I'd have been okay with it because of the way we played, the nature that we played. Okay, corners weren't the best, set pieces weren't brilliant. But in terms of if you're going to lose playing well. Do you know what I mean? I'd have been happy with that. But to win, buzzing, aren't you? Obviously, what can you say? That feeling, I can't even remember celebrating the second goal. I think I was just in utter
I think I felt I'm
I
like,
could hear how you felt.
oh no, because the way like as Johnny mentioned, like when we scored the first goal, I didn't even know Taylor run back to the halfway line.
He
I
nearly
didn't even know.
tripped over his own player at all.
I
Yeah,
didn't-
that was a full-on sprint as well. He didn't jog back. That was a sprint.
And this is why, like when was I still think I was still celebrating when I think it was the ball when Laurie passed the ball to Myton. I was still celebrating. I was like, what the fuck's happening here? I was like,
Few
and then,
videos like that, isn't there?
I'm like, what the fuck's happening? I've gone, yeah, as people know, my voice is it still hurts me from yesterday. And
how many rows further down were you after the goal?
no, I stayed behind. I stayed further up. I couldn't. We wasn't allowed because
I thought celebrating the goal, you ended up a few rows further down. I know what it's like.
I've seen you run down a little bit and then run back up.
Right. People's messaging me before I get Stephen. People messaged me. What it was, if people see my vlog, I've tried to run down. I've missed the step and I've slipped. I've slipped and I've basically dropped up my arse. I'm still and Gary was there with me as well. And on the floor, I was on the stairway basically, like celebrating, like going mad. But it was just an amazing moment. Stephen, again, like this comment from Gary, like where is it? From Gary, four away wins in a row. Last time that happened in 1995, like it's amazing, isn't it, Lee? I mean, Stephen, to be a Forest fan right now, isn't it?
Yeah, I remember saying on one of these videos about 6 months ago about the football we were playing in the Houghton. It reminded me of the Megson days and really dark days. And now, the buzz I'm getting off this, it reminds me of the Billy Davis first era.
Yeah.
Where the managers on outside, you know, the connections coming together, the run of games. I can feel that momentum building, and Cooper's building that. And I know we probably get to Cooper, but I'll just say for Cooper, right? What I'm getting off him, he's gone into the club with no ego. He's just gone in there, and he's not worried about the past, what's happened in the past, the ups and downs. He's just gone in there, clean slate, all the players on his side. It's amazing to see the celebrations at the end. When's the last time we saw a Forest team celebrate like that? Even like I said in the group chat, even Bong was getting involved.
Yeah,
all the players, all the subs, the staff, everyone just piled in. It was such. I just couldn't believe, like Johnny and Lee said. I was on my stream was like a minute behind.
Yeah.
So Taylor scored the goal.
Yeah.
I was like, yeah, I'll take a point. And then on my phone, one of the boys messaged me saying, "Oh, I can't believe Forest done that. Been cruel." I was like, "What? We just drew." Next thing, I looked up. Laurie took the shot, and I just went to my knees. I was just like, "What is going on?"
Oh,
It just all came together.
I just wanted to shut the house down. I was like, I just went absolutely ballistic. I just couldn't believe it. I was just like, "What is going on in this game? Unbelievable!" Like I just couldn't believe it. At the shock.
How
completely madness.
Did you manage to turn this around though? Like I a few weeks ago, all the players that were in, it was like they're not interested, they're not good enough. And then how's it happened so quickly that he's just managed to turn?
That's what I'm saying, John. That's what I'm saying, Johnny. I think he's gone in there.
They were always good enough.
I think
they just obviously weren't happy with the way the tactics were. I said for a long time,
now, don't they?
Houghton's tactics were so negative. I think they were being restricted. Like it set up to draw a 0-0, wasn't it? To try and hold a 0-0 rather than go at the team where Cooper appears to have said, even if we're losing, lads, let's go for this. Like you're seeing it with his sub, he took Feegs off.
Yeah.
Fighting on, I think. He goes for it. He's not afraid of the opposition, where Houghton seemed more worried about the opposition than what we were going to do.
Yeah.
It's like the Blackburn game, 1-0 down at home against 10 men, and it's like taking a striker off for another striker. You kind of thinking, what's the aim here? How's that going to give us anything different? And as you say, it's just different thinking, isn't it?
Yeah.
There's a question from Ollie. How you doing, Ollie? The most telling thing was after the penalty, the Zags get the ball back and respond incredible. They only had within the minds such a massive change in mentality. But like I said, we spoke about it, Ollie, about massive change. Like I didn't even know Taylor ran back to the corner flag because that's too much celebrating.
Yeah, he didn't mess about.
He doesn't mess around. I'm like, I think it's like if that's who's in charge, if Houghton was that, he would have said to him, "Go and celebrate, wouldn't it? Just go and celebrate."
Kill 30 seconds by jumping into the crowd and do all that. But no, the thing is, he did considering it's his, he hasn't scored many this season, but for him to think that that's the right thing to do, he could have, who'd have blamed him for celebrating a last-minute equaliser with the away fans? But all credit to Lyle for doing that and how he reacted.
Sorry, Malcolm Owen, go away. You come out, I'll block
you.
Malcolm. People, that's Malcolm Owen. He's banned from my channel for a month. Like I said, I'm not going to try and be negative. Like I said, it was a fantastic performance. But I speak to you, Lee. Like I spoke to a few Forest fans yesterday about Gardner, and he come in for callback, and was you impressed with him? I'll go for the question. Was you impressed with Gardner yesterday?
He don't look how he looked last season, did he? Is he playing slightly further forward? I don't know. He don't quite look the same player. I don't know what it is. It might take him a bit of time. I don't know. Do you send him back in January and put Forner in with Colback and Yates? Forner's a quality player. You've got to give him some time. He's at that age, isn't he? So what do you do? Do you save the money and send Garner back, or do you keep him in case we're getting the playoffs? To help push on. I don't know. He doesn't look the same to me, but I'm not writing him off yet. There's plenty of time for him.
I don't want to write him off, but I think Colback was only dropped because he got a slight injury against Blackpool. I think that could have been his chance to yes, I want to play, get me in. And I just don't think you. Yes, we made the changes. Like things came on for Myton, and who else come on? Was it Lolly? Lolly come on for.
Yeah, Lolly come on for Ziga.
And then then Taylor came on for grabbing. But would you bring Colback back in against Fulham, Lee?
Yeah, I think he's gonna. I think he'll probably will rotate it. He won't change much because it's a winning side, so it'll just be little tweaks, won't it? I'd probably say he might start with Colback. Colback's a bit more of a defensive player, isn't it, compared to Garner? So Colback will be fresh. So it won't be a bad shot to just change him and then bring Garner on again as a sub. I don't know.
100%.
I don't know.
They sent 5 people in. If you want to ask any questions to myself or the panel, put comments below. I'm asking about yesterday's game. Stephen, the back three again: Worrell, Figueiredo, and McKenna. I know it was Worrell. He made a little mistake, but there wasn't really a test in the second half. I think Bristol City had one chance, didn't they? They had one chance in the second half, but
Naki Wells. Yeah, well, Sam, we got to thank Samba as well because he actually saved that.
he did.
Yeah.
And they gave a goal kick, but he actually got a fingertip to it. So if they went 2-0 up, I don't think they would have been a way back. I think the way the game was going, we were pushing, but 2-0 I think would have been too much.
Yeah.
But I think Worrell was one of our better players, I think. Me personally. I thought he was outstanding.
No, I think at the start with Joe Worrell, because under Lemucci, especially under Lemucci, he played more of a left centre back. But because we've got McKenna who's left footed.
Yeah.
I personally think Worrell struggled at the start. But
back three he did, yeah.
Yeah,
he didn't have his fitness though, did he? He's starting to get match fit again now, isn't he?
As well. So last year, Johnny, Steve Cooper, he started fantastic for Forest. But did you want him in at Forest?
I think so. Yeah. I mean, just by usually you kind of gauge stuff by what the other fans have said and their reactions to it. And Initially I was excited by it because I'd seen what he'd done over the last couple of years at Swansea. But then when you hear what the Swansea fans were saying, I was kind of thinking, okay, maybe having good players and parachute payments and whatever masked over things. But there was little on the market really. And the one thing I didn't want was the same managers on the merry-go-round, like you saw Bristol yesterday with Nigel Pearson and all the other, and Mick McCarthy, what he's happening at Cardiff. And that's what I didn't want. I wanted fresh ideas. And, we trusted in Dave Murphy to deliver. And so far, you can't fault the choice of manager, can you? It's fresh ideas. I'm sure he made mistakes at Swansea. I'm sure he'll make mistakes here. He's still relatively young in terms of all the managers. And you don't mind that. You don't mind, if you can see the vision and, Forest having an identity. And that's what I sent to one of my mates I go to the Forest games with. Under Houghton, we didn't have an identity. It was like there was nothing to grasp onto and get excited about. That there's so many different things you can pull already out of the first few games to say, this is our identity now. We don't give up. We are passing the ball. We're creative. We break at speed. And I can't think of a single positive identity that we had under Houghton, really.
100%. I'm asking you, Lee, right? And as well, Forest fans. I'll ask all of you lot as well. Like Lau Taylor, it's been given so much stick since he's been to the club, and he scored 2 goals. He's come off the bench. He scored 2 goals. And do you think now these goals will give him a confident boost? And would you start him against Fulham, Lee?
I think he'll still start grabbing. I think Taylor's got a part to play throughout the whole season. Whether he's ready for a starting slot, I'm not sure. I still personally think we need another striker as well in January, whether it's a loan.
We got Silva though.
He's not a striker, he's a winger. He's clearly
not
a striker. His first shot on goal was the corner flag, Ben. Come on.
What, Silva?
Yeah.
He come on,
didn't it?
I think he went for a throw even, didn't
he? He went for a throw. He went for a throw.
Someone young like Brewster, Ryan Brewster at Sheffield United, on loan. That'll do, just to see us, through the end of the season. Just because we've got 2 old heads.
He's got the relationship with Cooper as well, hasn't he?
Someone young.
Yeah, Brewster was his Brewster played under him for Swansea and the under-21s.
Yeah, he played brilliant for him.
And what I've heard is that Brewster and Cooper are still in contact with each other a lot.
I can't see it happening.
I'm not saying it will happen.
Well, Sheffield, the thing is, though, if Sheffield United, right, will they loan him to a rival? And also, but if he's not getting game time, I mean, if he wants to go,
get him out on loan, don't they?
That's the thing. I think he'll just be a perfect fit.
If we are to push in the top 6, I think we're capable if we can get another goal scorer. I believe we can if we can get a goal scorer.
Yeah, I agree with Lee on that one. We are one striker short of going to the next level.
Why can't we go for the playoffs if we can get another goal scorer?
John, do you agree with him?
I still really rate what Graben's contributed over the last few weeks, but I do agree that we are light up top. If you've got we're probably light on a few areas. In truth, we're if 1 or 2 players go down, it's hard to see who comes in replacing. We've probably been quite fortunate with injuries so far, but as you say, an injury to Graben, it becomes really tough. But I mean, Ryan Brewster is going to cost an absolute wedge, even if it's just on loan. It's and are they going to want to strengthen a rival? Because we probably are. If things are going how they are, we're going to be rivaling Sheffield United to push for a top 6. Would they want to do that? Unless we,
I don't think it will. I don't think it will, because if you think about it, right? Because if we keep playing the way we are, and I don't know where's Sheffield United in the league. I don't know where they are in the league.
It's about mid-table.
The mid-table, do you really think
they lost last night?
Did they lose?
Yeah, they lost. Yeah,
they lost 2-1 to Millwall home. Yeah.
Listen, I've not even seen the results. I was more buzzing about editing my vlog.
They went down to 10 men, to be fair, but.
No, not even necessarily him. He was just an example, but it would be, I reckon, a good fit. But someone young and energetic who can find the back of the net,
I was reading a question from Holly. How you doing, Holly? You look tearful in the end of your vlog, Ben. Emotional night for sure. No, I'm not gonna lie, I was, because like I said, it was to see, like, I don't know if you agree and people in the comments agree, like, to see that to win just like that. Like, when's the last time? I don't know if you don't know. When's the last time has that happened? Like,
it happens against us normally, doesn't it?
I remember a few years ago. I think we played Portsmouth at home, and I remember I think we went 1-0 down. I think Carnu scored. And I remember saying,
"Oh yes, 2-1."
It was like the 88th minute or something. We were 1-0 down. It wasn't quite 90th, but it was 88th minute. We ended up winning that 2-1 because I remember saying I talked back to it a few times because I never leave a game early. I'd always refer back to that Portsmouth game, and then obviously this one's going to be a new one.
That's a good question, actually.
That's what could happen.
I'm trying to think of a game where we actually did something like that. The last time we did actually something like that. I'm trying to think.
I remember.
I can't remember. I remember a few years ago we had that Reading game down in Reading where it was stupid, like 3 goals in like the last 8 minutes of extra time. Do you remember that? But that was like a draw. But that was back and forth. It was like 2-2. Like we played at Reading. It was Watson scored in like the 97th minute, and then they scored in the 98th. But that was a draw. But that was
why you have to bring that? Why do you have to bring that one up?
No, I'm just saying. That's all. I'm just saying. I can't remember the last time late goals were in.
I mean, did that not that flashed into my head last night when we went 2-1 up? I was like, it ain't over because I had nightmares about that.
The last time though, that's why I mentioned to you, Ben, about the Ben Osborne goal against Derby. Yeah. I think the last late goal I recall being that buzz was Ben Osborne's goal against Derby. That with that kind of dramatic ending to a game. The emotion,
Yes, listen to me. I keep seeing comments about me being screaming. People, I did scream. Stop putting the bloody comments. I did scream
like a girl.
Like a girl. I did. Shut up. Just stop picking on me now. I'm asking you, Johnny. Like, what player was your impression today with yesterday?
I think the player I liked. There's a few. I'm going to pick Samba for a start. I think that save from Naki Wells, I think, was one of the game-changing moments. I think his distribution out has improved a lot, and he was able to get us out on the move a lot quicker. Another player that impressed me. I mean, Brennan Johnson just keeps getting better and better, right? And he was unlucky not to score when he hit the post as well. But he is frightful how fast he is and how he can turn players inside out. And then obviously you've got to give it to Lyle Taylor just for the audacity at his penalties and
Was you nervous, Johnny? Was you nervous?
I mean, we've seen him do it before. I've got faith in him. I worry that one day it's going to come back and kick him up the arse. But I've seen him do it. When he was doing it at Charlton as well. I can't remember him missing one.
I think
he's never missed one. I think.
Doing 10 for 8 though.
Yeah, but did they do one for Forest last season against?
Coventry.
Coventry, wasn't it?
Coventry,
he scored that as well. And that was a win as well with it. But I mean, I'd sooner, if it was him or Graben taking a penalty, I'd sooner Lyle Taylor take it every day. I feel more confident, even with the stroll. I don't know what it is with Graben. I mean, Graben is obviously probably the best, if not one of the best strikers we've had this millennium. For the amount of goals he scored and everything. But pressure penalty, it's the Iceman, isn't it? He's not the first time he's scored a winning penalty or an important penalty in the last minute of the game and done that. And credit to him.
He's not even been on long either, had it?
No, you know what? I was about to mention against Cooper again, making positive changes, like bringing on players like Lolle, Myton, and Taylor, positive. And surely, I'm asking you, surely these players are thinking, we're coming on, we're doing good, when are they going to start us? Because, both Lolle and Myton come on, and all three of them.
they've just got to trust the manager's decision, haven't they, at the end of the day? Long as he's making them feel part of the team, which clearly he is, because they all seem really happy. Even if they're coming on as a sub, they're smiling. They're all galvanised as a team. As long as he's doing that.
You saw the way the substitutes celebrated the winner as well. There was no like us and them.
Yeah, they celebrated together. Whereas with Houghton, they looked quite individual, didn't they? None of them wanted to run over and celebrate with each other.
Which is what I said earlier. How has that change happened so quick? I mean, for Cooper to go in and change the mentality and to bring the team together in such a short amount of time. I mean, it shows obviously it was there to begin with, and Houghton just wasn't tapping in. But I'm surprised at how quick it has happened.
It's his job.
And there's a question, every podcast we talk about this player over and over and over again. I think I've told Lee and Stephen again, but I'll mention you, Johnny. Matt Carvalho, like, are you a fan of Carvalho? Yes or no? He's under pressure now. He's under pressure now.
You're trying to knock me off the fence, mate.
I'll be honest. Gotta be honest. How do you feel about it?
Okay, you take. If we got him for 1 million, 1 or 2 million, I'll be a lot happy. But the fact is, the sheer amount he comes and cost, his costing is probably been his downfall. To be fair, I think living up to the hype of the most expensive player in the club's history for a young lad is hard to take. But he's not. I'm going to say he's not consistent enough for me to compare with the other players. And I think we've got better. I think in the youth team you got Mighton and Brennan and the young players coming through. They're the ones that excite me. It's not.
But I won't put them at number 10. I won't put them at number 10. If Zink gets injured, who'd you put at number 10? You can say Lolly, but he's not a number 10.
But Brennan, I think
Brennan could do it. Have Carvalho around than not have him.
Lee, but Lolly came on and he played as number 10.
I wouldn't have him at number 10. At the end of the day,
he's good at number 10.
Carvalho, we've only got to replace him because if Zink goes back, we don't sign him. We've only got to replace him, haven't we? Who are you going to replace him with?
I still think Lolly can play it as that number 10. I really do. People in the comments. What do you think? Joe Lolly can be a number 10? Yes or no?
Thing is with Carvalho as well, he don't get run of games. 10 minutes here and there is no good. Maybe Cooper can get it out of him. I think for me, it's make or break with Carvalho this season. I think it is.
How long has he got left in the
contract?
Next season, I think. But the problem is, like I said, he's been on Cooper's bench now for 5 games, and he hasn't even come on it. I think it's him. Who's it? It's him, Bong, and the goalkeeper. The other players have not come on for Forest. So, and I know the Paraguay player. He was there last night, but he wasn't on the bench. And this next question, and there's another question I asked you, Johnny. I think I've asked Stephen and Lee so many times about Ryan Yates, and everyone picks him. And are you a Yates fan? Yes or no?
Yeah, I'm a definite Yates fan.
Thank you.
Thank you. I think you look at some of the stats, and he's. I read somewhere that he, out of any player in the league, he's won the ball back most in the opposition half than any other player in the league. I think. It depends what type of. He's not a player. He's not going to do nutmegs and and do all the fancy stuff like your like your Mightons can and your Brennans can and your Zinks can. I think he's a ball winner. He's a destroyer in the middle, and I think I think under Cooper he has gone up a level. I think under Houghton, who knows his instructions? He's probably just gets to keep the ball, pass it sideways, pass it back. But he showed at the weekend just his range of passing was pretty decent, and he wins the ball back. He breaks things down. He's not fancy. He's not going to score a shed full of goals, but I really like Ryan Yates in the team.
I can hear Matt.
It sounds like I'm in the minority here.
Say again.
Sounds like I'm in the minority.
From his over about goalback.
Are you a come-up? Wait, John, are you a come-up fan? Yes or no?
Am I what fan?
Callback fan.
I'm indifferent. I think he played well at the last weekend, but
to be fair, he's not been too bad. I think he's played 2 or 3 good games. Like I said, he come on against Barnsley. I think he was great. Then he played against Birmingham. He was great.
This new system suits him and Yates a lot better than last season. How many times were we saying Yates and Colback don't work? They don't work. They don't work. But then at the weekend, it worked because it was in a different system. It was with wing backs. I mean, they need players either side of them to run at people. Both Yates and Colback don't have pace. They don't have the ability really to beat a man. But what they can do is destroy it in midfield, win the ball back. And I don't know about you, but at the weekend against Blackpool, we turned over possession so many times. It was as soon as we lost the ball, it was Yates and Colback hounding them until we won the ball back, and then we built again. And that happens so often. And under Houghton, we just absorbed pressure, absorbed the ball. We hardly got to see any of it. Some of the percentage of possessions under him was really low, and we've got the ability to pass the ball and break it up, and that's what Colback and Yates can do. And I think in certain games, having those two in there is great. We're
going to need that on Sunday. We're going to need a strong midfield. So I would go Yates and Colback personally.
Yeah, me too.
How's Fulham playing? I know Fulham playing today, aren't they?
I saw 20 minutes of the first half, the last 20 minutes, and
they're two up at the moment.
Playing well. They're
winning 2-0. They're winning 2-0.
You are Fulham.
Yeah, they're winning 2-0.
Cardiff playing well. They're susceptible, Fulham.
Cardiff rubbish.
Pace. I think the pace of the wing backs will do them.
Stephen, I mentioned again, like these lone players, Spence and Lowe, like they're getting better. They're getting better every single game. Like I know it's we keep saying, should we get these players permanent, blah blah blah. But do you think Forest just take the grab and get these players on permanent deals?
Yeah, 100%. I did mention Worrell, my man of the match earlier. I think Lowe, though, thinking about it now, I think probably Lowe just edges it. Lowe was outstanding last night.
Yeah.
He just up and down that flank. Well, the engine on him is unreal. And Spence, I thought he had a bit of a dodgy first half. I think the left side, they had the better of him. I think he a bit panicky in the first half. He got a bit lost. But in the first half, in the second half, to win that penalty, I knew as soon as he skinned that guy, I knew a defender was going to commit and take him out. That happens, and that's just through pure pace. I would 100% get them signed up. I can't see Spence going back to Middlesbrough because what I've heard, he's fallen out with Warnock.
Yeah,
so that might be a no-brainer. And with Lowe, it seems he's happy there. So I would 100% sign them two up. Get them signed up for next season on permanent deals, 100%. And what I like about it, like you see a lot of lone players, they have initial good 1 or 2 games and they die off, but you can't see it happening with these boys because the system sets them up so perfectly. So you can't see them. Like they're gonna have didn't someone say I didn't see all the Blackpool game? Did Spence have a great game against Blackpool? Did he? Apparently,
it was him, weren't it? It was straight.
It was. Because the goal came from him and Samba's mistake. So, but they're going to have off days. Lowe will have an off day. It happens. But this system, like Lee said earlier with the wing backs, it just suits them. I will mention one player, Figueiredo. He just looks a new player in the system.
You know what? I wanted to ask Lee that about Figueiredo. I was listening to Radio Nottingham about Figueiredo. No, I was listening to a podcast. I don't know what it was now about. They wanted to get rid of him, and now look at him. He's solid. I think he was solid yesterday as well. But he's
right? I think he should deserve, right before he leaves, he should deserve some kind of clubman of the season, because if you think, right, he's been with us 4 seasons now, and he's been.
Yeah, he has.
I mean, he just goes about his business, and people don't like him. Some people don't rate him, blah blah blah. But if you think about it, he's I think he's on his 4th season now. He's been loyal to us, man. He's stuck by us. And he has some off days, but to be fair to the guy, you know what I mean? And this system sets him up perfectly, I think.
Steve, it's allowing McKenna and Worrell to bomb forward. Yeah. With the ball.
And he can sit back.
Pressure. Yeah, it takes the pressure off us, doesn't it? And it allows us other players to move for them to pass it off over the halfway line. So it's taking the pressure away, isn't it? Because he's there to mop up, isn't it?
Yeah. because Ben, you mentioned it last season when we had Christie at right back. Now everyone was debating: is Christie any good? Is he, blah blah? But you said you made a point last season that a lot of the goals came from that side, Christie and Figueiredo's side. Now a lot of the time, Christie let him down because he didn't track back, and Figueiredo was exposed then, and everyone was like, "Oh, it's Figueiredo's fault." But it goes to show, put him in the right system, and like Lee just said, Worrell and McKenna can go forward, and he can just sit back, and he's like a sweeper.
I think it's there. It's not just the Bristol City game. I think it's been other games like Barnsley and Birmingham, where you got players like Joe Worrell and McKenna are pushing forward as well with the ball, and that's like, where's the last time we've seen this? It's just so positive to see, like more attacking football, and yes, we could talk about Houghton was more of a defensive minded player, but it just. What like I'm gonna ask you, Johnny? Like what like back? I think with Houghton, it was all toxic with everything about what's happening behind the scenes. But what's it like now to see especially on social media, all Forest fans just being positive and everyone's like everyone. I keep saying to everyone keeps saying, "Oh, we've been watching the game today. We've been watching the game today. I've been watching the game. I can't help it. Like I keep watching my vlog as well, but watching the game, it just." It's just good, isn't it, to be a Forest fan now, isn't it?
As I keep coming back to, it's amazing how quick that can turn around. But there was times this season I wasn't looking forward to going. It was like we had to endure it. It's like I had a busy day at work on one of the night games. It's like, oh right, okay, let's do it. And I go with my dad to the home game, so I was just like, right, it's a good chance to catch it with dad and do all that kind of stuff. But it's quickly changed. I'm actually looking forward to going to games again. I'm looking forward to Sunday. I'm looking forward to watching last night and everything else. And it's just as I said, it's now we've got an identity back. It feels like I know Forest fans keep singing, we've got our Forest back, but it's true. It feels like we needed that fresh start. I mean, I feel like it probably should have come a couple of games soon. I mean, I feel like those last two home games of Houghton's didn't need to happen, but who's to say it wouldn't have had the same impact that he's had now? I mean, I suppose we just got to be grateful for what we've got in the direction we're moving. But it's just a relief, isn't it, to start enjoying it again and looking forward to it.
Thing is, now you believe we can actually score, don't you? Whereas under Houghton, you didn't know where a goal was going to come from. You didn't even think we could have a shot, did you? Because we struggled. Now I believe we can score every time we're out there.
Like it's funny, like when I was watching the games today, like when Bristol City scored, I said to Garrett, "We can still win this because we wasn't fantastic. Let's put it right, we wasn't fantastic, but there's still a belief, like yes, we can still win this game. Like even in the 85th minute, I thought we can still get a goal, and."
The only Forest, the heads never dropped.
The only Forest thing,
sorry, Steve.
Yeah, the only Forest thing yesterday that happened, right? Which when Johnson hit the post, I knew they would go the other end and score. That's the only thing. That's the old Forest was still there. How many times we've seen us had chances, hit the post, bombard their goal, and the next thing they go up the other end and score. And when they scored, I was like, "Oh, that's the old Forest we know."
Yeah.
Like you lot have been saying, it was getting frustrating as longer the game went on. I thought, "Oh, come on now, this is like it's getting a bit annoying now. Something's got to happen." But have you seen the stats from the game? Have you seen the overall stats? Oh, no. And Nigel Pearson, right? I watched his interview and he was almost crying. He almost came to tears, right? I watched his interview today on Twitter. It was about 3 minutes long. And he said that they controlled the game. And I was just like, what game was he watching?
He controlled the game.
Because the second half, he said, you have to watch it, Ben. And then someone had posted underneath the stats. And they were like, what game was he watching? Because clearly he wasn't watching the game we were watching. Yeah, he was saying that they had control of the game. They had they had a few chances. But he was on about control. What? If you look at the stats, and like we said, under Houghton, our percentage was like, possession was like 30-odd% or whatever. Yesterday, we had like 60%. I think we had 15 shots.
Did we?
Yeah. Yeah. Or if you look at the stats, Ben, it's like
Look,
it's really top heavy towards us.
Stephen, I think I spent more time celebrating than looking at the stats.
You know what I mean. If you get to look at them, I know that.
I can celebrate it.
I'll send it later on the group chat, right? And have a look. Yeah. But then these are like, we've never had stats, I guess, have we? We're like through Houghton and other managers. Like now, we're just dominating games. And I had a feeling we were gonna draw yesterday. I thought we'd nick a goal at the end, but not to win it like that, I just couldn't believe it.
You know what? And that's the problem. I was like, what I said about in the 85th minute. I can't see it. I can't see it that well. I see it later on.
You can't see that.
I can't see that.
I can't see that. Oh,
no.
okay.
Well, no, what was like I said, after like I think from the 85th minute to like the 87th, like I thought we can snatch a point, and that's how I think. And when like with past managers with Houghton or Lamucci or what it was, like he'd be like, no, we're not gonna win this. We're not gonna do anything. But with Steve Cooper, he's so positive, and I think I mentioned you, Johnny, like Steve Cooper, like the way he talks, it's just fresh air to everyone. Like, do you think he
did that from day one, though? I found it's the first few things he came in and said. I mean, how many times have we heard, "Oh, I'm going to put a third star on the shirt" and all that guff?
Yeah.
No, it was a case that he came in and was like, we want to play it for the Forest fans, and I don't think he's put a foot wrong in anything he's said so far. That's he's exactly what we needed, I think, at the time. I mean, it's not going to be smooth. We're not going to go the rest of the season undefeated. He's going to have difficult times, but there's so many positives that you could take. I think that Birmingham City game, I think that was the big one. You're going, going behind and then, coming back the way we did. It was that one. That was that one that we went?
No, Barnsley.
Barnsley.
Yeah, that was the turn.
Birmingham, we beat 3-0 there.
That's where I think he really got the players on board, and that was the tide turning. I think before you could argue new manager bounce and all that, but that was the tide turning, going one behind, and we were, amazing that second half. That was
amazing. It was unbelievable. It was unbelievable. That was like, I think that game against Barnsley, like, I think the first 60 minutes wasn't great, but like I said, it's always the substitutions, always subs. Like I said, I think it was Colback, Lolly, my turn, then players coming on, like, and again, like yesterday, Taylor, my turn, Lolly. I think, and I'm gonna ask you, Stephen, like, we've got a big squad, we've got a massive squad. I mentioned we got what play. What's he done there?
I got my phone.
Oh well, unbelievable.
Yeah, go on.
You know what? Right, as I say, we got a massive squad, and I think I spoke about it on another podcast about what like I don't want to be negative, because like we're in a fantastic run, but what players would you want to like leave Forest? Because like we don't need a big squad, do we?
Are you asking me?
Yeah.
All right. Okay. I think Cafu's there. I think Cafu's done. I think he's gone.
Yeah.
Good question, that is.
It is. See, you know what, Johnny and Lee, you can answer the same question as well. People in the comment. People in the comments as well can answer as well.
Like,
I get rid of
you look at.
Yeah, but Lee, he's on the bench.
You look at Bong.
He's
you look at Bong now, right?
I'd rather put Kieran Richardson
exactly.
there,
and the way
if he's going to play left back, or Finn back on the bench rather than Bong.
But then the way Bong celebrated with the players yesterday. I know it looked a bit stupid if he didn't, but the way he was involved with it shows he's on board as well. So maybe Cooper. Again, like Cooper said, they're all in it together. But then,
would you rule any player out under Cooper? Like, if any players, if anyone's going to be resurgent, it's going to be under Cooper. I don't think I'd rule anyone out. I think I'd, trust his opinion.
Like, even like, if you know what, Ben, you were obviously at the game. all the players came over, and all that kind of thing.
It was
Even
amazing.
Jordan Smith came over. Smith came over, and Jordan Smith was in his in his training kit and all that, with his hoodie on and stuff. Even he came over. So it shows even third string goalkeepers are celebrating with the first team. You know what I mean? So one of the interviews I saw with Cooper the other day, he said about all the players being involved together. So even the fringe players have been he puts his arm around them and say, look, you may not be picked now, but if I need to call on you last minute, I need you switched on. And if they're not switched on, they won't get in the team.
Ben said who you'd get rid of. I'd get rid of the Costa.
Jenkinson. That's
the Costa and Bond can go.
And that Arsenal lad will probably go back because his legs, his hamstrings are always going, so he'd probably go back. But I have said this before. If Garner goes back, Cafu goes, I think we'll get. I keep on saying it. We'll get that Jay Fulton from Swansea. I think.
He'll cost money.
But he's not being picked. Ben. He's not in their team.
But I'd rather not spend the money on a striker when you've got a Jada and Forner to back up Colback and Yates, aren't you?
But that's the thing. Will he spend the money? Will he spend the money on a player he knows, or will he put a kid in and have faith in that kid?
I think Will Swan's got bags of potential. If he nurtures him well enough, from what I've seen of him, he looks like he could be the real deal.
I hope so.
Who's that? Sorry, who's that again?
Will Swan.
Will Swan. You know what? I just don't think. Where did he go last season on loan? He went somewhere on loan.
Port Vale,
was it?
And he didn't really play for them as much. I personally think like we mentioned Tyrese Forner. I think he's good. I think he's
going to be a player.
Yeah, he looks good.
Because I think how old is he? I think he's 22, isn't he?
22. He needs to be playing.
You got players like Richardson as well. He's 22. He should be playing. Like we've just got a massive squad. I just don't. I don't know if people remember. Like I went to the private event 2 or 3 weeks ago, and I asked the question to Steve Cooper about having a big squad. Like, is he going to reduce his squad? And he went, yeah, because he wants he wants 23 players and 3 keepers plus as well 3 keepers. So I think he will get rid of players. Just who will he get rid of? I think. But right, let me ask everyone else. Right, if you had a choice of buying one player, like in a position, who would it be? And in the comments, you could do it. I'm asking you, Johnny, who would you? What position would you think Forest should buy?
100% striker, because I'm saying Graben's not good. Graben's getting to a certain age now where we're going to have to replace him eventually. And I think somebody young and hungry can come in, get nurtured by Graben, and then be his predecessor. Because otherwise, he's unfortunately not going to be around forever because of his age and everything like that. I think, it's got to be a striker. Just for you're thinking planning long term.
What about you, Lee?
Same. I've said it all show, haven't I? We need another striker. Even if it's, like you say, someone who starts third choice behind Taylor and Graben, he's going to learn, isn't it? But someone who's willing to learn. So I reckon someone with pace and power who can come on and cause a bit of trouble.
What about you, Stephen?
Yeah, agree with the lads. Striker. And I know Johnny said he might cost a packet, but if we can get Brewster on loan, I think I don't know if you all agree, but I think if we get someone like Brewster on loan, that could be the final piece, maybe just to take us to a level we need to be.
Yeah.
I think if we leave ourselves short with a striker again, if something happens to Graben or Taylor,
you lot do want Brewster, don't you? You lot are massive fans of Brewster.
He's a good player.
Is he not playing for?
I think what it is, Ben. I think because he played. No, he's not being played. Like Lee said, I think they want to offload him. And my mate said down football earlier is that they want to get rid of Brewster. So I think if we pay for it, if at the end of the day, if Cooper wants him, his agent will probably just say, look, you know what I mean? He's played under him for 21, Swansea. He had a good season at Swansea with him.
Yeah.
I think he just fit into that team perfect.
He's
I
short
think
of confidence
anyway.
as well. I think I read somewhere he's gone 16, 17, 18 games without scoring a goal. And for a young player like that, he probably is looking for a fresh start somewhere.
If they gave us
That's the thing, John.
the Sheffield
That's the thing,
United
Johnny. Like,
they're not
yeah.
that bothered about us being rivals, are they?
But Cooper knows how to play him.
Yeah, Cooper. I'm certain Cooper will be able to get the best out of him because
That's why I think he'd be a good signing.
Yeah, we played against Swansea a couple of years ago, and I remember the goal he scored against us.
It was
like proper power, carefully held off the defender and then fired it into the near side. That was just an unstoppable shot. I remember thinking then, wow, this kid's got talent, and reading more about him, how old he was at the time, and
yeah. The same name gets mentioned all the time, though, is Dwight Gale. He gets mentioned every transfer window, doesn't he?
Yeah, Dwight Gale, Lee Tilson.
Yeah.
I've just seen Dwight Gale.
How old is Dwight Gale now?
Is he about
late 20s?
No, he's about 32.
He's in his 30s.
No, he's not in his 30s. He's not in his 30s, surely.
Comments. Put a couple of comments.
Google it. Someone Google it.
I'm
going to say 28, 29.
There's no chance.
He's older than that.
He's older than that.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah, we want someone younger and longer.
31. I told you.
Wow, 31. I didn't think he was that old.
Let's do it. He's definitely not coming for us. That's not in in Dave Murphy's philosophy.
No.
As well,
in the new remit, is it?
It's definitely not in the remit. And as well, people, when I was going to the game yesterday, I met Dave Murphy and I met John McGovern as well at Gloucester. I mean, they are very nice people, very very nice guys as well. Next question. We'll talk about, like I said, Forest now. Is it how many points? Is it 13 points out of 5 now? Is it 13 points out of 5? Is it 13 points? Provide?
What under?
No, it'd be
Cooper.
He had 10 points out of 12, so it'd be 13 out of 15.
Is he 16 out of 18? He's got something like that. That's
something like that.
It should be. He had 10 out of 12, so it'd be 13 out of 15 now. No,
yeah.
No,
I think, I think
13 out. Yeah.
Read one.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was just thinking that this run, like it's like it's a fantastic run, and it's so good to be a Forest fan at the moment. But Johnny, like I said, I've asked everyone, and I know it's early days. I know, like I said, we could keep saying can we make the playoffs, blah blah. But do you think could we can make a chance of playoffs, or do you think it might be too bit late to come in the playoff?
I'd have taken 21st 4 or 5 weeks ago, mate.
Would you?
Yeah, but after those first 6 games, yeah, I'd have taken 1 point off. I'd have taken another Ipswich situation. But again, that shows the mentality not just of how Cooper's switched the players, but how he's he's switched the fans' mentality around. Yeah, I don't think there's any reason why we can't push on. I mean, it's an open league, and you go up and go into the playoffs based on runs, and I think you get put together 2 or 3 runs a season. Yeah. It gets you there, and this has been the first one. There's obviously a defeat will come, and whenever that happens, if we bounce back quick and start another run again, and do that a couple more times, then there's no reason why we can't. I mean, the fact that we didn't win our first, lost 5 out of the first 6, and now we're only 4 points off the playoffs is ridiculous.
I think after the Fulham game, we've got a tough fixtures list for it. But QPR, Sheffield United, Preston, another bigger side, Reading. But like I said, I think I'm asking you, Lee, like this Fulham game, everyone's talking about it like they won today. But if Forest win, and this is for everyone else as well, if Forest win against Fulham, I think we'll be around the playoffs. Do you think we should, like, with Forest fans, we're all fickle. Everyone kids are. We've been on this fantastic run, blah blah. But if we win Fulham, do you think really playoffs we could get a chance to stay in the playoffs the whole season?
Why not? I mean, I'm not saying the whole season, but at the end of the day, as long as we're in the mix come Christmas, who knows? I mean, we're gonna lose at some stage or draw and lose. But
I don't want to lose. I don't want to lose. I don't want to lose.
You don't, but it's about still backing the manager, isn't
Yeah,
it? Not turning on him because we lose 1 or 2 in a row. Because it's inevitable. It does happen. But, why can't we be in the mix? We've put a little run together now and it's took us 4 points off. Imagine if we win a few more games and then, draw a few and then lose a couple, then win a few again. We're still going to be around there, aren't we? If we can strengthen up front, like I say, with a striker, then why can't we? Because look at the form Fulham's been on, and we're not that far behind them. I know they've won again tonight, so
John, have you been to any away games, Johnny?
Yeah, I've been to a couple this season, and I've watched the rest of them all on telly and stuff. So, I watch all the games. But the Fulham game would be a real statement of intent. I think we've had a couple of tests so far, but this is certainly the biggest yet, isn't it?
The biggest test. Test.
As you guys say, as Lee just said, we can't slack. Equally we can't be saying we're going to definitely get promotion now. Is equally we can't, after a couple of defeats, we can't say it's all doom and gloom again, because it's building in the right direction. As we've all said, there's going to be little chinks along the way, but as long as we're if we absolutely battle and throw the kitchen sink and get slightly edged out by a team that's been put together, for 100 million quid, then it's, you take it on the chin and you look to build, start to build another run. But I'm going into the game thinking, we could get something here. We could get.
I think we can get something on Sunday.
I think that's a big. No, 100% capable. Like I said, we go like myself. I'm going to games. Like I'm always a positive guy. I'm not like sometimes when I meet Lee before the game, he likes to be negative people. So
disagree.
Yeah, no, he likes to be negative people. Like, but go to games like it's positive. Like I said, Fulham's a big test, and if we do win, I personally think that we've got a chance to be in the top 6. But there's better teams than us. If you look at it,
if we give everything like we have been doing and we still lose, then you still clap the players off, don't you? It's when you saw what you were seeing with Houghton, it was hard to get any enthusiasm at all. You can lose well, can't you? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
If you've played your best,
then
I can't complain. You know what I mean?
I honestly think, right, this league. Sorry, Ben.
That's all right.
I'll just give my opinion on the championship.
It's okay.
I think I said at the beginning of the season I fancied Bournemouth to go up. Right? I said Bournemouth to win the league. I think they'll go up. The only unbeaten side in the Football League now. I think they'll go up automatic. They'll win the league, right?
Yeah.
But you look at the championship now, right? Who should you fear in this league tonight? Now, right? Coventry have been beaten by Preston. Reading have lost home to Blackpool. Blackpool just beat Reading in Reading. They came back and beat them 3-2.
Shut up.
Yeah. Blackpool did a Forest basically. Yeah, beat them up. Yeah, they scored at the end. Swansea beaten West Brom.
Wait, Reading were winning.
Yeah, Blackpool beat them. Yeah.
Wow.
To be fair, we
Swansea
didn't play bad against Bournemouth either when we lost to them 2-1. We didn't.
All the games we lost. All the games we lost. It was only by one, wasn't it? Really?
Yeah, we was in the game. Imagine if we'd have had Cooper for them games. Wow. I think there'd have been a few different outcomes, wouldn't there?
This league, should we really fear anyone? Like, I know you got the likes of Bournemouth and so on, but Fulham would be a big test. But look at them. They got stuffed at Coventry only a few weeks ago, 4-1.
Yeah.
But then Coventry then went to Luton and lost 5-0.
Yeah, 100%.
It's just a crazy league. We could go on this run now and then we go to Hull and lose 1-0 on a Tuesday night or whatever. It's like that's the kind of.
Stephen, you're not paying the internet bill, Stephen.
You're going to struggle. Barnsley have lost to Middlesbrough.
Stephen, you're not paying the internet bill, Stephen.
Sorry?
You're not paying the internet bill.
Am I breaking up?
Yeah. Just tied on the wheel.
Am I breaking up?
They've only got 2G in Wales.
I told you, it's the Welsh Wi-Fi.
Oh my days.
Yeah.
Right.
No, we shouldn't fear anyone in this league now. We just go out there, like Cooper said, play our game, Play our game. Don't worry about them. Just play our game and just go for it.
Right, I'm going to ask you one more question for Johnny. And this is for you, Johnny. Right, this is for you, Johnny, right? Before the start of the season, right, where did you predict Forest will finish?
I thought would be mid-table.
Mid-table. Okay. Have you changed your mind? Do you think we'll further up or?
Yeah, why not? I think we'll be knocking on top 6 on the Cooper.
Whereabouts? Come on, you got to get the answer. Where do you think Forest will finish?
8th. I'm going to go for
8th.
8th. Yeah, I think we'll just fall slightly short, but yeah. I mean, who knows? In 5 or 6 games' time, I might change my opinion. But yeah, considering I'd have taken 21st, as I said a couple of weeks ago, then that's a marked improvement.
Yeah. Well, you know what? Let me ask you, Stephen, as well, and Lee. Like, where did you say Forest will finish, Lee?
Before the start of the season, I said mid-table as well. I thought we were good enough to avoid relegation, and then obviously we had a similar start to season before, didn't we? Under Houghton, would have struggled for 17th. I think under Cooper, it gives you that optimism that maybe we can nick 6th. Like there's always a dark horse, isn't there, that steams through. Whether we're doing it too early or not, I don't know. Definitely top 10. I'd like to say we'd nick 6th, if I'm being optimistic.
What about you, Stephen?
I can't remember what I said. I think I said about 15th. I think beginning of the season.
You said 15th. You said 15th, didn't you?
I think I said about 15th mid-table. Right. I think where we'll finish all depends if we sign a striker. It goes back to that. If we sign a top-class striker in January, I think we'll push the playoffs. If not, I think we'll end up about 10th. I think 9th or 10th. I agree with Johnny. I think we might fall a little bit short. I think what happens with the championship, it goes back to the championship. After about 20 games, all starts evening out. The bigger squads start moving away. Then you get a mid-table section, and you get all the drips and drabs at the bottom, like the Hulls and all that kind of teams down the bottom, struggling, trying to stay up. And then we'll just be the better of that bunch, I think, of the mid-table, and we'll be pushing for 6. But it all goes on that striker. If we get that top striker, I think we can push the top 6.
I think we can't get no one on loan, can we? Because we've used all our 5.
Well, you can, but you can only have a certain amount playing in the squad.
Yeah, so many players in the squad. Yeah,
you can have more lone players, but you're only allowed, I think it's 5 playing at one time in the squad.
Let's resign Rafa Mir.
Rafa Mir.
What a striker. But yeah, I think we'll give that a time, people. But people, thank you very much for everyone for watching. And Johnny, thank you for taking your time.
Yeah, thank you for inviting me on, mate.
No worries. But people, if you do want to come on the channel, you can message me on Twitter or Instagram, and you can come on. But we just talk about Forest, talk about whatever we talk about. And people, Lee, thank you for coming on. Stephen,
thank you for having me.
Thank you for coming on again. Like I said, my next podcast will be, I think, we've got next? Fulham on Sunday.
What time's kick-off Sunday?
3.
It's not on TV,
3.
is it?
Is it?
It's not on.
Yeah, it's on Sky,
TV,
isn't it?
I thought it was on Sky. Is it not?
It's not on TV.
Why is it on Sunday?
I'm not.
Because
it's on Sunday.
Notts County.
We had to
move.
Oh,
right. I thought it was on Sky.
Yeah.
No, because of Notts County. No, what it was, I think one time we played on a Saturday and Notts County played on a Sunday, so it's our turn to play on a Sunday. So
right, okay.
I think that's what it was. But yeah, it is what it is. Right, people, I let it go. But like I said, boys and girls, you're the girl, Lee. Because you keep.
I don't feel like a girl, though, do I?
That's why I said I called you a girl. Because you keep calling me a girl. People, yeah, as well. If you do, before I go, if you do want to watch my vlog, go and watch it because I am I'm not gonna lie. But if you've not watched it,
watch it.
I fell. I'm
gonna watch it after this now, Ben. Before I go to bed.
Right.
Listen how high pitched he gets.
No. Right, people. For my own voice, I slipped I slipped, and Johnny, what's this all about? I slipped.
Mate, you're trying to talk yourself into. I'm not even sure you believe this.
No, I swear. I tried to run, I missed a step, and I slipped.
Not on the initial scream, though, Ben.
Listen, Lee, if you was there, right? I think there's another version. Someone scream like a little girl as well. 'Cause I think
that's the one. It's gone viral. It's gone on like all social media. It's that guy who's filmed it.
Right.
The penalty, and he's filmed the goal, the second goal.
No, what is? I think it was the owner's son was there, wasn't it?
He was there, yeah.
Yeah, but he wasn't in the crowd. He wasn't in the with fans. Was he? He was somewhere else. But he's nicked it from a fan to put it on his page, and to make it seem like he'd done it, but he didn't do it. It was a fan. So yeah, but it wasn't him. It was a fan. But yeah, right, people, I'll let you go. Thank you everyone for coming on. Thank you, Johnny. Thank you, Stephen, and thank you very much, Lee. I'll see everyone on Saturday night. We're a Fulham fan. I'll talk about Forest and Fulham. Peace and love, and up the Forest, everyone.
You Reds.
Come on. No, this is shocking. This is shocking, right? Come on, we just bloody won. Up the Reds.
Come on!